Hello, hello. We are live. We are live. And this is so exciting. So, this is a transition from LinkedIn audio rooms, from LinkedIn chats to now meeting live. And it's so nice to see Grace and the team. We have Felipe, we have Anne. You will introduce yourselves. You have Damien. And this is something, I mean, started as just commenting on each other's posts, and it transitions to now we're live. So I'm going to say a big hello. This is Miss Kim, and I'm joining you virtually from Botswana in Africa. And I'm starting, we're live on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. So to our listeners, join us and tell us where you're joining us from. I will pass the mic over to Grace and the team. They introduce themselves and they tell us why we are here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us all the way from Botswana, Africa. And thank you for everybody who's joining us today virtually as well. We are very excited to be here in DC, the capital of the USA. So that's very awesome for us here. I am not a native here, so I'm visiting, and I wanted to meet my LinkedIn friends and family here at in the DC area. And we have here to my right Felipe. Everybody knows Felipe, and everybody knows Damon. And we have over here from Connecticut, I keep on saying, but Portland.
Hello.
Portland, and that is Anne.
Hello.
And her beautiful daughter, Precious. And we are excited to bring LinkedIn and the virtual world of LinkedIn, as well as here in person to live, basically. And it's super exciting. I will pass on the mic to Damon and Felipe, one of you guys. They are actually from DC, and they have a lot more knowledge about DC than I do. But also, I would like to tell, I would like for them to tell us what they are doing currently in the virtual world. David, I know you're doing a lot of work right now with 2350 Network, right?
Yeah, I do have to kind of correct something, because back home they wouldn't allow me to go back home if I don't say I am from Brooklyn, New York. I am from New York City. I came down to the District of Columbia, this great environment in DMV, about 6 years ago, going on 7. It's a wonderful environment. Any place you can have where you can be in 3 states and keep in 2 minutes? Yeah. Sometimes 30 minutes is unbelievable. But I am Damian Kinsey. I'm the co-creator of the 2350 Network, the Virtual Wellness Summit, and the upcoming Professional Work-Life Balance Summit. And I've been live for the last 6 days. Tonight will be day 7 at 8 p.m. And I'm happy to meet Grace in person, and also Felipe, and also to meet you, Precious, for the first time ever. Because we see people in the virtual space, we are in these audio rooms, we talk behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden we speak to people. And this is Marcia, who I've actually had the pleasure of meeting in person.
Woo, Marcia's in the house.
Right, that'll probably begin.
All right, Marcia.
Who is actually from the District of Columbia. So,
guys, as you can see, this is live, so people will be trickling in as we get started. Also, we have it. We have our virtual time for 2:30. So a lot of people are assuming it's going to be 2:30, although we have been here a little bit earlier. So welcome, Marcia. I'm so glad to have you. David, do you want to continue? Will you finish?
Oh, I am happy and glad to be here. Me and Felipe were supposed to meet up for a while now. We finally meet up. I've met Marcia in person. I'm happy me and Grace have been communicating. And so I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be in this environment. And thank you, Ms. Kim, navigating the
Yes, thank you for doing the virtual representing the happiness tribe over there. Thank you.
Everybody
I'm honored.
Happiness.
You don't know about the happiness drive?
Oh, Sunday,
We
11, right?
Yep,
Yep.
that's Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll tell you more about it. Felipe, guys, Felipe is in town. If you don't know Felipe, you're not on LinkedIn.
Well, yeah, that part.
I might have a problem. I may need some help because if there's a LinkedIn anonymous out there, let me know about it. I need to attend. But this is great. Grace, thank you for putting us together. And Damon, everyone here is it's so great to see everyone in person. It's taking that relationship to that next level. What we do virtually is great, but I'm learning a lot about these individuals, and they're going to learn about me because I'm a hugger. Not everyone's a hugger, so that's something that you don't learn virtually. You don't learn until you're in person. Who's a hugger, but yes, this is an amazing thing, and Damien is an amazing busy man with all these lives. Kudos to him and Dr. Tanya for doing this. If you're not signed up for the Workplace Balance Summit, check it out because that's an event coming up next week. It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
And it's going to be one of those things where you have amazing presenters that you typically don't always hear on LinkedIn. Some have been on LinkedIn audios and lives. Others are on the platform, but they're not actively speaking. So it's a great chance for you to really learn some great skills from amazing presenters. But as far as me, for those of you I have not had the pleasure of meeting, I'm Felipe Gofino. I'm a passionate HR executive. I've been passionate about LinkedIn and career coaching and really collaborating and meeting people like this crew here because it's really been a long-awaited opportunity to meet these people. And this week is a busy week for me too. I got this event here today. Tomorrow we have the Nick, the Give to Bipolar writer, has brought 36 authors together to write a trilogy, and we're going to have an audio room tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern. And then on Monday we have a Workplace Wellness Hour where we're highlighting Nick, the Give to Bipolar writer, because our topic is about neurodiversity in the workplace. And then Thursday, bring all the Hispanics together to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. There are a lot of LinkedIn Latino out there, LinkedIn Latino leaders out there. Say that 3 times fast. And so we're coming together on Thursday at 7 p.m. And I'd be remiss if I didn't do a shout out to the Social Saturday Chat crew. This is an extension of the Social Saturday Chat mindset, getting together socially on a Saturday. So kudos to all the Social Saturday Chat members out there. I gotta come up with better names that don't have the same letter. Social Saturday Chat, LinkedIn, Latino leaders. I have an issue with that. But I'm excited to learn about everyone else here, get to know everybody. But share your comments, your questions in the chat. Let us know if you want somebody to pour water over my head. I don't know. Just get creative and let us know. But back to you, Grace.
Maybe on our next event we'll do that.
Well, what happened to that ice bucket challenge? Remember that?
Yeah, we can bring it back.
Yeah,
we
let's
can
bring it back.
Yeah, we'll bring it back just for you. All right. Over here we have Anne, and Anne is one of our very talented recruiter. And why don't you take it from here?
So hi everyone, my name is Anne. I also go by the name Esther on LinkedIn. I know that has been a big deal. We've been talking about this with Damien, but so I come from Kenya, and people from Kenya call me Esther. When I'm in the US, people call me Anne, but you can call me like I'm comfortable with any name. So I'm the director, I'm managing director of Great Vision Agency, which is a staffing agency. And we are actually located in New England, which is in Providence, Rhode Island, Grace, North America. So that's where we are based. And so I'm so happy to be here. And so what I do is I staff for manufacturing industry, I staff for healthcare, and also I staff for hospitality industry. So that's I usually tell people I don't have a niche, because when you do staffing and recruiting, when you go out there, when you're doing networking, you get to find so many people. So if I get somebody from hospitality industry and they're looking to hire, or they're looking for somebody to source for them, I usually don't say no. So I always try to help, because I notice with this recruiting industry, it's like most of the time you feel like every time you're trying to do an interview, you almost use the same interview question. So I always say I don't have a niche. And I know so many people say, oh, when you're doing recruiting, you have to choose a niche. For me, I decided not to go with a niche. So I recruit for like those 3 industries is what I do. And I just love recruiting for healthcare. I'm one person who likes who love talking to people. Like I like helping a person. Like for example, so many people come to my DM. They're looking for jobs. I try as much as possible to to point them to the right direction. If I don't have anything, I work with so many recruiters. I have recruiters in Texas, Georgia, here in Washington, D.C., I have New York. I also have people in Connecticut and also Rhode Island, Massachusetts. So I try to see if they have those openings. And I'm so happy to be here. Nice to meet you, Miss Kim. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Grace, for your invitation. Good to see Damien and also Felipe and also Marcia. I always see her like on networking event on LinkedIn. Thank you and I appreciate your welcome. Yes, thank you.
Now we got to do this.
Marcia.
There you go. Hi. Hello, everybody. My name is Marcia Lee. I am a health and wellness amplifier. So my goal is to help people eat on a budget, eat healthy on a budget, regardless of income levels. I also do speaking. I also love my health and well-being family, or my LinkedIn family. They keep me healthy and well and sane. So thank them for that. And I'm going to keep it brief. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, congratulations on you launching your new business.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
started my LLC.
Congratulations.
And I just finished my level 1 transformational life coach healing certification.
Nice.
So I got that ceremony was on Thursday. So clap it out for myself.
I feel like it's been so long since we've known each other. And
I
it's like-
know, right.
and we both live in the same
And
city.
it's funny,
too.
everybody. I met everybody on LinkedIn. Like we all from the DMV. This is our first time getting together. So if anybody next time we do one, y'all need to show up and
Yeah.
give us more notes so people could put it on their calendar. So thank everybody.
Yeah. And apologize for it being short notice. Grace flew in. She reached
So great
out.
for the job.
And this was like 7 days, a 7-day turnaround.
Like, kudos to Grace for putting, and by the way, she got a space in a wonderful library here in DC that they offered it for free. And that's it. Kudos to the library for
It
doing
is.
that, you know?
Yes. So it's been really thank you for mentioning that this was very short notice actually. And one of the reasons is I didn't plan, but I knew Damon was having a lot of rooms. I'm like, Damon's here. And then I saw a lot of people like Philip and other people that are here. I was like, okay, I need to have another one here. I did this before in Houston. Some of you guys know, and I did a smaller one also in Dallas before. But we never streamed it live. So it's just our small group and that's it. So I think the great part of this is that we get to meet and see, and even though you guys are virtually joining us, just us being here in person and not in our own little cubicle with our own background, that kind of situation. No shade there, Ms. Kim. We're gonna get her here, okay? We're gonna get here. We're working on that. But so it's just so nice to know that people are connecting, even if we are not in the room with them. We see other people connecting, and that in-person connection is just irreplaceable, I find, and there is something to be said about that. And most of us are in the service of servicing people and helping people, such as Anne mentioned earlier, and the same thing as Marcia is doing, and Damon and Felipe. We all, and everybody out there, Miss Kim is really doing amazing work with little people, which are the kids and children as well, and the fintech industry. So she works with a lot of different type of people, high-level leadership and the children. So kudos to you out there as well, Miss Kim, and anybody and everybody out there on LinkedIn right now. If you don't know me, my name is Grace Tesfaye. Actually, Tika Tesfaye go by Grace to make it easier on the people, and also that's the translation of my name. And I am originally from East Africa, raised in Germany, and I am in the U.S. I have been in the U.S. for the past 2 decades, more than 2 decades now. So I am a child of this world, so to say, and I love working with people. I love connecting people, and has joined my cohort of recruiters. My company is BK Staffing, and I do BK Consulting through career consulting through BK Staffing as well. So I would love to talk to you guys about that a little bit more later. I don't want to get too detailed on that right now, but we do help folks with consulting them, and it's just really balancing the two areas of recruiting and helping folks with their jobs. They both need the job, and I really feel like I understand the balance of it. Help, getting the load of hiring managers, but also helping career seekers and job seekers with their search and journey. So again, this is about networking. This is about getting together. And that's why I was so excited to put this together so we can learn more about each other. And that includes you guys in the chat. I see Ms. Kim is putting some up. Ms. Kim, are you able to read some of it for us? I cannot read it too well here on my screen.
Oh, that was me.
That was it.
I was saying it's really great to see people in person.
Okay.
Can I just say it's so neat to see how. Okay, we know each other for a while here on LinkedIn, obviously, and I know that Grace does staffing. I know that Anne is well with staffing. But what I didn't realize is that you were from East Africa. I didn't realize that you were originally from
I'm from
Kenya.
East Africa too.
Yeah, and the fact that it wasn't until we met in person that I connected that my new job at PRB, so Population Reference Bureau here in DC, I have a team of employees in Kenya and deal with try and find staff for staffing jobs for them here sometimes if they leave, but also just the fact that learning about some of the culture, some of the differences of how businesses are done in different countries. I now have two people now I can tap into and learn more about that. And that's something that I would not have learned if I didn't come here today.
Absolutely.
So I think it's, again, it tightens it in the circle of how much we have in common versus how different we are.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, we didn't get to Precious.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
Precious.
Yes. Precious.
That's the nothing.
Our very precious Precious. This is Precious.
I'm Anne's daughter. I'm my mom's daughter.
And my mom's
Which
Which mom? Me or her?
Wait, are you your dad's daughter too, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time, I help my mom with like writing emails and like putting different people into certain groups for who wants to be hired, what group, like healthcare, whether it's servicing or in hospitality. I help my mom with that. I also at school, I go to classical high school in Rhode Island. We have a group called ASA, which is African Students Association, and we basically just like reach out to people. We do a lot of community service hours. Like we help in the soup kitchen. Right now we're planning on doing an event for Black History Month when that comes up in February. We're also planning an event for Christmas. And yeah, most of the stuff, I'm really involved in a lot of stuff that we do at school, whether it's the ASA or sports. I'm also helping, we also connect a lot with PPSD, which is the public Providence Public School District. We also connect with them a lot to create a lot of events. And yeah, so not only do I help my mom at home with her business, I also go out and I do a lot of stuff at school too.
That's amazing. That is amazing. That is great. Thank you for being here first and foremost.
I'm really happy.
Are you learning a lot
Yes.
from your mom doing all
Yeah,
that?
a lot of what my mom does help with the ASA and being in the ASA meetings.
Well, if you all ever need help with hospitality, I spent 23 years in hospitality. I am very passionate about hotel workers. So if there's anything I can do to help support you all, let me know because
Yeah, sure.
that's always a great thing.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Damien, what's up with you? What's up?
We forgot Miss Kim.
Oh, Miss Kim, yes.
Miss Kim is just silent.
Wait, let's go to Miss Kim. Miss Kim.
So they've made me their DJ. I'm just waiting for the music. This is so nice. Feels like a real party. Super awesome. And this just takes me back to I met Felipe New Year. I think kids went out, refused to usher the New Year with me. My kids are big. And I was bored. So I went on LinkedIn, which it's a platform I love. Like I can hang out on LinkedIn all day long. And then I followed Felipe on an audio room, which was my first time to meet him and his team. And they were having so much fun. And I just went like, I have to go on stage. I need to usher the New Year with this team. And it was lovely. There was your mom, which was quite special, quite elderly, but she was so much fun. And this is what connection does to us. So this has been quite a super journey. I have built a lot of great collaborations, great friends, and I've made money by being on LinkedIn. So I call it my poison of choice. I call it the gift that keeps on giving. And now to see that I'm seeing Felipe live, I'm seeing Damien, which sometimes you go like, is this a robot I'm talking to? It's a real person. I'm seeing Grace, I'm seeing Anne, Massey, and everybody in the room. This is awesome. And I think this is a lesson that maybe we should try to do this more often. If those who can meet up, it would be super awesome. You try and meet up. It's a different feeling. I mean, I'm feeling the energy as if I'm there. Of course, I'm salivating, but it's quite something else when you meet somebody you've been talking to on the social media platforms and then you meet them live. So I'm looking forward to much more collaboration. It's where we start the businesses. It's we all know it by now. If your business is not online, you're not in business. And if we can be able to transition that to commercializing what we're doing, that's great. Because I am so sure there'll be so many opportunities from what you're doing. And you're all doing an amazing job of supporting people who are looking for jobs. My daughter got a very high profile job as soon as she spoke to Grace. I don't know what charm she's using, but she's working for a huge organization. And it was her first time looking for a job. She didn't know what that takes because she graduated. She worked for my company for 3 years. Then she felt like it's time to transition and do something else. And I was not encouraging her to look for a job because for me, I knew like there are no jobs and you need to have your master's. And Grace came on board and busted the myth. No, you can get a job without your master's, but can I see that CV? So she worked on her CV. She prepped her. She trained her how to go for interview. She taught her how to negotiate for a salary. So the girl is earning more money than I am, and she's 27.
I don't know about
So
that.
I think I should ask for black tax. Black tax should come. So thank you all and have a good time. Have a lovely time. I'll be right here with you. I'm with you in spirit. Cheers. Thank you.
Feeling the energy. We definitely feel the energy, Kim, and thank you for what you are doing there in supporting this effort, but also with the Happiness Tribe. Let's just talk a little bit about the other big groups that we are part of, Masi and
You have my consent.
I didn't ask you for consent. I heard you twice already. So.
But you did warn. You said I'm coming back.
Yeah. I think you had.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming. So stop me if you don't want
She
it.
could have gave me the stiff one.
She could have.
Yeah, and then before, I think Anne and her daughter have to leave now because they have to travel back to Port Rhode Island. I don't know why I'm messing this up, but Rhode Island, sorry. And it's a long journey, and we are so grateful that they made it here. Thank you so much.
Round of applause for them for coming all the way out here. Seriously. And shame for all of you that live in the DC area that didn't come.
And if you're on your way, let us know.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
We'll be here. We'll be here. Yeah, it may have been a little bit confusing with the timing as well as the location, so we understand it. So if you're around, we still will be around as well. Again, thank you so much, Anne and Precious.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm still online, so I'm going to listen as I
Okay.
Okay.
Drive
All right,
safely.
awesome.
Travel safely.
Yeah, so far.
All right, safe travels. Yes, and let's just talk about the groups that we are part of and just kind of share a little bit what's going on with these groups, whether it's the Happiness Tribe, whether it's Saturday Social or the 2350 Network.
You want to talk about the happiness job since it's two of y'all on it?
Yes, let's do it. I love the Happiness Tribe.
Nigga.
Miss Kim, let's talk about the Happiness Tribe.
Thank you. Thank you. I love the Happiness Tribe, which was actually born out of I do a lot of speaking engagements. So 2022, I was invited to speak and address parliamentarians in Tanzania, and I was doing it in person. But then I was given a topic that I wasn't very familiar with. It was for me to talk about the 5 global risks. So I did my research for me to submit a paper, and that's when I realized loneliness and mental health was among what World Health Organization termed as among the 5 global risks we were addressing. Of course, right now we're looking at geopolitics, these pandemics and stuff like that. But that got me super concerned that I went like, so this thing is that bad. And then I started getting into audio rooms, and I would be in an audio room and people are talking about how many times they've attempted suicide, about how depressed they are. And it got me very sad and very concerned. And I felt like I don't want to be in those audio rooms, but I felt selfish because we want to support people. But then I went like, how about if I focus on the opposite of depression, sadness, and that's happiness. And that's how the Happiness Tribe was born. We've had it for more than 1 year now. We are on our 54th podcast. We've had a podcast literally every Sunday. I think we've only missed twice for public holidays like Christmas or something like that. And it's been quite an awesome journey. We've built a tribe. We have a lot of people that engage with us. We support people and they support us. And that builds me. It gives me that nice feeling like you're serving the world. You have a community that supports you. You have a community that you're supporting. You engage with each other. We, of course, talk about issues that are affecting humanity. We try as much as it can to link up where somebody needs support on Sundays. We also look at critical topics that can lead people into economic empowerment. As you know it, that contributes a lot to depression. So it's been an awesome journey, and I am happy to have Grace as part of the tribe. And we have other 7 official members. It's a registered organization in Botswana. And from the registered members of the organization, we then have so many other tribe members, and Chiesa is one of them, a very active member. We have so many others that do not have a huge task like Grace and I and others have, but committed members that support the work that we do. And yes, that's in the spirit of Ubuntu, as we popularly call it in South Africa, which is I am because we are. So it's important where we ensure we're a team, we're a community, we're a tribe. That helps. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you for really, Ms. Kim is the founder of the Happiness Tribe, although there are now multiple of us part of the organization, as you mentioned, which is registered in Botswana, that supported that effort. But it's really to bring awareness also to different topics that really affect people directly. Again, all we do, all of us really here and online is help people, and that's that's the positive thing is that we do is like helping other people, right? But we do it in different ways. Each one of us has their own ways of doing that. And one thing about the Happiness Tribe is we have 3 major branches, which is technology, wellness, and help me out with the third one, which is the economic and local empowerment. I may be using different words here, but that's what that is about. And so we focus on these things because they are knowing to have most impact also in society, whether it's through jobs, Felipe, as we know, or whether it's through helping people understand technology and the effects of technology in our day-to-day, but also professionally. And the wellness, as you are doing right now with your business, and the importance of well-being. So it's a great opportunity and to serve in a different way and expand your reach and collaborate with so many global people. We have people from Georgia, Botswana, Ghana, Belize, and it's just a really good group that collaborates there. So we have it every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. And tomorrow the topic is, what is the topic tomorrow?
Sorry, I'm on mute. Yes, so tomorrow we are addressing how can we navigate AI in Africa and build economic empowerment using AI. Of course, we'll talk about what different people in different parts of the world are doing with AI. But I think currently we've seen numerous benefits and how we can build skills and we can build so many different ways of generating an income using artificial intelligence. So you're all invited.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. With that, I'm going to pass it on to either Dame. Oh, it's here too. Yeah. Let's do that.
So for everyone's information, I do a monthly audio room. Let's talk about health with Marcia, all things health and wellness, and whatever I want to talk about and whoever I want to talk about it with. So the next one is October 7th. I'm having on a pharmacist. So we're going to be talking about pharmacy stuff. So bring your questions. You can DM me. I'll let you in. You can ask the questions in advance because you know what? Sometimes we do need medicine. Sometimes it is necessary. So my goal is, I call her Candice, but she that's not her real name. That's her business. But she's coming on, and we're going to be talking about different things like brown bag, your medicines and things like that. So if anybody have any questions, you can bring it in advance, and she'll I'll give them to her. She can answer them. So how does that sound for everybody? Clap it out. That's
Nice.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Yes.
So
So
if you get a chance to ask questions like that, something about medication.
no, we don't because people don't know what they're taking and why they're taking it and what is it for and what is the result. So I said, well, come on. She's only I'm happy to come on. So
That's awesome.
definitely want to bring that on. So that's what I do. So feel free to follow me. So that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Marcia is amazing about taking knowledge, sharing it, applying it, and then passing it on to others so they can benefit. And you really are amazing about that. And I'm very grateful for you for that.
Yeah, and Marcia is being modest because she's brought a person to come in to talk about swimming. She's had a person to talk about kidney disease. She had a person come in about diabetes. She had a person talking about food. Also talking about I guess it's non-alcoholic alcohol,
Yes.
non-alcohol alcohol beverages, non-alcohol beverages.
Yes.
Like so, she has so many unique people coming in for this. And it's all about health and wellness, and she always has an amazing conversation around these particular topics. So definitely go to her event. The easiest way to remember it is whenever you go to Felipe's event, it's the week after.
Usually the week after, but
Yes.
it's once a month and I'll be posting it. So my dates for the rest of the year are October 7th, November 18th, and December 2nd.
Yes.
So I am all ready for the year. So I'll put those out. I'll put my usually like 10 days in advance so you can get it in your head and I'll be posted. And one thing LinkedIn don't do, we don't do enough. We have to like and share and repost so everybody can come on. So let's start doing that for everybody so we can get more of an audience. So thank you everybody.
Yeah.
Except for Felipe because he's international. So you know what?
Yeah, I know.
Felipe is the SPT at the end. So you know what? That's what
But, yeah, and LinkedIn, if you're listening, help make the audio rooms and lives more searchable and better because
Yes.
people will have a hard time
That is
finding them.
true.
And
Yes.
you all have the power. So if you're listening, please fix that.
They were easy to find in the beginning,
Yeah.
or something that just disappeared.
yes.
But the easiest way to remember this is when you click and put on Felipe's, put Felipe and Marcia's the week after, and keep it on your calendar. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern
Oh yeah, I
Standard
forgot. 8
Time
to 9.
on Mondays. So just lock your Mondays down from 8 to 9.
Yeah, like
And
period. For other
Marcia
people.
is like, it is 8:59. It is over at 9.
Exactly.
I like it.
She is not going, and it used to be
She does not
30
play.
minutes. It used to be 30 minutes, 29 minutes. You're like, okay, we're wrapping it up.
And you know what? And the only reason why I went to 1 hour because people kept saying 30 minutes not enough.
It
30
is,
minutes is not enough. So
especially on stop.
that was due to special requests from my followers. So that's why I'm doing 60 minutes now. But you know, I am respectful of time. In 60 minutes, they are correct because 9 o'clock I'm going to bed. So sure they get out. So you know what? That part.
So Monday nights, you have 3 options. You can watch Monday Night Football, which my Commanders already played, so I don't care about Monday Night Football. Watch Marcia or come watch me, Swan, and Ashley. So your Monday nights are set.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you
Yes.
know what? You are right. Those 30 minutes can go very fast. I thought the happiness drive was 1.5 hours, and I thought that was a lot. So I was like 1.5 hours. But when you are in the conversation, you don't even realize it, and you still have things to say, but it's done.
Well, and when you have guests come up and they bring up great points or great questions, you're
Yes,
like,
yes.
damn, like, let's dive into that now, or
Yeah.
let's make a
Yes,
whole other show about it.
100%, yes.
You can't talk about food safety in 30 minutes. No.
You know?
No.
And that's why I took it to an hour. You know what? Then I asked my guests, you know what? And when we all do guests, it's very intentional.
Yeah.
And it has to be the right topic, the right time, the right moment,
Right
and the
person.
right, yeah, it definitely has to be the right person first and foremost. And people always ask, well, how do you find your people? I said, some I know and some I don't know. Half of them I met on LinkedIn. I sent them a DM. I said, I like what you're doing. Let's connect. Let's chat. Let's come on my platform, and that's it. And I think that's the beauty of LinkedIn, because it's all over the world, and you can always connect and follow people, and then you become their besties from afar and all of that. So my UK people are upset because I don't do it early in the evening. So I may be doing like a special period. I'll be maybe like at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock Eastern time, so they can hop on. So that's more to come on that.
That's why we started doing the 12 o'clock one for the workplace leadership hour, because
Yeah.
the UK and a lot of people overseas were like, we can't make it.
Yeah.
And then they started saying, can you do one earlier? Like, we're getting
Yeah.
requests to do one earlier, so that means they like the information.
Yes.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and that's what I love about LinkedIn. It's global and it makes us become more inclusive.
And you mentioned something also, Felipe. It is very, very educational. People talk about YouTube University. Guys, you will have a lot of times on any of these platforms, professional people that know their stuff, that have been in the industry for a very long time and know how to share the information with you. So that is really a good time. And I think I heard you say something similar to that on one of your platforms before as well, Felipe, where you can really learn a lot from these rooms. And yes, there may be some others that are more entertaining and just relaxing, just something to socialize, which is 100% great, because there are people, again, to Ms. Kim's point for starting the happiness drive, there are people who just want companionship or just want socialize or things like that, right? Maybe companionship was not the right word, by the way, but just kind of have people to talk to and have conversations with. They may not be able to leave the house, or they may, whatever the case may be. And it's important for that as well, which falls under the mental health. But I just cannot emphasize the fact that you can learn a lot. I know on many of these platforms, including Have the Happiness Tribe, we talk about so many factors and subjects. And was it last week we had the LinkedIn topic where I was speaking about LinkedIn and how that affects job seekers. And we got like great responses on that. We're working on a boot camp based on that, because there was such a need for conversation on this, and then thirst for knowledge, right? But a lot of these things, a lot of these rooms have really valuable, and I just want to stress that for you guys, because you want to pay attention to that. You want to see what topics they are covering that really can speak to you as well. And
so I gotta add something, because one thing. Let me talk to them.
Look at you. Yes, you look at yourself.
I didn't
Damn, Marcia just called me out. She's like, yeah, you can look at yourself now. Like, all right. I just want to make sure you all know who's talking. That's all. But well done, Marcia.
That was great. Yes.
Touche.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to rescind my compliment. I was going to give it to Marcia. No, okay. So here's the thing. What Grace was just saying about how much work people put into these audio rooms, these lives. I know for a fact that Grace, Marcia, and Damien put in just as much work as I do when we plan these things. And I just want to give you a little secret. These are things that are typically, when you wonder, oh, I wish I had this training in the workplace. Guess what? This is some of that training. I have literally taken my LinkedIn training I do here on audios, and I shared it at PRB, and I did it with the staff there. Leadership training. I'm doing it on Workplace Leadership Hour, and I'm doing it for my leadership at PRB. Time management and burnout. Did it on audio and with the employees. So this is corporate training. This is nonprofit training. This is training that you're getting by professionals that are giving it to you for free here on LinkedIn. And that's something I think sometimes we don't appreciate, that how much work Damien puts into his rooms and research and preparation, how much knowledge that Grace is sharing, how many connections and valuable information Marcia is practicing and sharing. That's stuff that is easily taken for granted, but it's up to you to really make a decision if you're going to use it or learn from it, because that's the thing that I wish I had more of when I was growing up in my career. And that's and the people
100%.
and the people that shared it with me during that time, they didn't have to, just like these people here. So take advantage of it while you can. I think it's just a huge thing that we are all sharing that information, and it's just a missed opportunity if people don't.
And then the people that we bring on, the experts. They're expert in their
Yes.
field. Yeah,
Go ahead, Damien.
No, you.
I'm done.
I was
Well,
gonna turn to
Damien,
you.
go ahead and do your thing, Damien, because you can.
Yeah, because we want to know about 2350 network.
2350
And
and
the-
Well done. You got it.
2350 and wellness, wishful Wednesdays and
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance summit.
and all that, and all everything.
I had to write it down because
So yes, so take it away, Damien.
Can I just have that real quick? Because I needed a note, guys, because he does too much and I cannot keep up with him.
So this actually isn't really an intervention for Damien. We're worried about his concern you're not taking enough time for himself. So we want him to do some more self-care. So after this, Damien's going to take a nap and do a massage and go to a spa.
Yes.
All right, so you want a funny story? So my day started with I went to the at the Capitol, the Alzheimer's Walk.
Okay.
So I did the one last week. Where
Oh
I
yeah,
lived
so we
at.
posted
Did
it.
the one this week. There. I had to go back. I live close to Baltimore, so I went back home, and then we had Leadership and Lemonade for the 2350 network, which is a network meeting around leadership conversations, and we was talking about the difference between in person and virtual, and do leaders have to adjust their leadership style? So we had that. So I went home for that. Then came back, got dressed, and came back here. And then tonight I'm doing live for the Work-Life Balance Summit, Meet the Presenter Week, which is day 7 out of 8. So this whole thing started with me being in audio rooms, me and Jackie having a conversation. Finding Your Purpose was supposed to be really recidivism, restorative justice, and restorative justice, and what was the other one?
Should have been rest, but go ahead.
It'll come to me. So it was supposed to be that because we both work with families and kids who were in situations where they had needed help, and we realized people in our industry was being burnt out around. So we started Finding Your Purpose as like a burnout room to reunite people and find their purpose. So we both was talking about we either got these particular trainings or there's people who don't get it. So we created this room basically off that. And then we created Wishful Wednesday was an environment where people talk about pitch slapping. You can pitch, talk about your resources, everything, all in this 1 hour because we did boundaries. And the thing lasted, we in at a one hour. 1 hour, no more than 105. Sometimes we get feedback because people think that this thing is going to go on for 3 hours. Boundaries went on for 2.5 hours. We created Wishful Wednesday. Jackie created it where people can have opportunity to talk. I think it was like 80, 90 people in that room. No, it was like 100 in that room. And then we created Wishful Wednesday so people could come up, raise their hand, talk about their business, connect. We had people do LinkedIn profiles, help support people, find jobs, connect, create businesses, all in this room and work with people. And then I was speaking to Dr. Farron. She had this idea that she wanted to do the professional work-life balance. She called me, texted me. She said, hey, do you have a minute? I said, cool, I'm fine. We can talk 3 days from there. We had a conversation. She said, I want to do a professional work-life balance summit. I really want to do it for professional women to give them these opportunities. He said, what do you think about opening it up to everyone? So I was a participant in the summit last year. I had two workshops to do. I got on board. We were doing it. I was doing these LinkedIn Lives. I was doing the pet care with Aaron. I was doing a pet room with Aaron about pet care, the 3 Ps, professional, pets, and people. And we were doing that room, and Dr. Farron was doing these audio rooms. I was like, you know what? Let me open up my network to you. And I was supposed to do an audio room. I couldn't do it. We was doing Finding Your Purpose, Wishful Wednesday. I was doing a pet care room. So we had this conversation. I was like, we should just do lives because I just was doing lives with Jamie, Rocky Mobest, Helpful Living magazine. I did a live with Bianca, who's also at the summit, who has Learning to Live, where she takes high school students abroad and takes them on trips. And I was like, you know what, let's just do lives. So we did lives for like 2 weeks. We called it Meet the Presenter Week. And we started getting a lot of traction from that. And I was like, you need help? Because I was seeing this individual do this by themselves. And I'm like, I've put on summits, I've done tournaments, I've done what work goes into doing an event, and you're seeing somebody like you just can't do it so long. I know she had a team, but it was a lot. So I ended up being a part of it. It was 13 presenters last year. And we had a conversation. We was like, you know what, do you want to partner up on something? And we created the Virtual Wellness Summit. We had 23 presenters for that. That was a 2 day virtual event. And then we came back this year with second year of the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit, which is 26 presenters. Felipe is a presenter at that summit. I appreciate you for signing up for that, trusting our brand, trust to do it, because there's so many moving parts in that situation. We meet all the time. We have conversations. We got to send stuff. We got to do the mag, follow up. Sometimes people get left off we got to double bag. So it's a lot of patience that go with it. And we had this idea to say, hey, professional development, you can only go so far on these LinkedIn Lives and these audio rooms. Let's create the 2350 network to create this environment where people can actually come and they can get like an enhanced level of professional development. So we came up with the 2350 network, which we have the summit, the Work-Life Balance Summit, the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit, the Virtual Wellness Summit, Parent and Journey, book club, and then we have Leadership and Lemonade, lunch and learns that happen on Mondays. We have social events with each other, and then there's something else I'm missing here.
What's the significance of 2350?
So the 2350 is part of my presentation from the Virtual Wellness Summit. It comes from when I was having conversations with you. You see people, you talk to them. Early in my career and later in my career, I have two things that pop out always to me. When you have the person who walks in on Monday and goes, "Oh gosh, it's Monday. I can't wait until Friday." Every day is Friday to me. That's how I think, because tomorrow might not be promised for me, and then there's somebody there that's crying and eating cornflakes that wants your job. So every day is Friday, regardless of how stressful your job is. You need to remember every day is Friday for you, because there's somebody who doesn't have your situation. And then the other thing was, you have somebody get cut off, or something doesn't go their way, or like, let's say for instance, this glitches and you can't get on. They'll say, "How was your day?" "My day was bad." That was 5 or 10 minutes. So the 2350 effect, which is the 2350 network, is don't let 10 minutes of a bad day disrupt out the 23 hours and 15 minutes of your day. Live life live life to your fullest. And the network, like I like to say, the network is the cause and the lives are the effect. This is the 2350 effect.
You need to promote that story so much more. I'm so much more invested now in 2050 now that I understand the thought process behind it, because that mindset. I mean, there was somebody recently that just told me something, and it's stuck with me for this past year, which is along the lines of what you're saying is, if you have the mindset that you just played out, it's like, think about any of us that have ever been in a situation where we lost our job. And that feeling of, oh my God, I just want a job, I need a job, I just want to be able to get the chance to go to work. As soon as we get the job, what do we say? "Oh, I have to go to work. Oh my God, I have to go to work." No, so change that mindset. I get to go to work. And remember how it felt when you couldn't. And so the chance of saying, "I get to go to work," is kind of like that. Don't let those 10 minutes ruin it. Look at the mindset of the positive. So I love that.
Yeah.
And every day is a Friday, he said.
Yes.
I like that.
That's a good one too.
Yeah,
And
you need to start doing
Because your
that.
brain has to
Wait, what if you have like half day Fridays though?
I'm gonna get to that. But your brain has to think this. If I get through Friday, I can get through Saturday. If I get through this job and I get through whatever's ailing me with this job, I can find an opportunity that's going to propel me to where I need to go. And you have to say, hey, this is still like, if I'm frustrated at this job, this is not me. This is people. Like, if you're thinking your perception is, I'm frustrated, I can't stand this job. This is all practice for me to get to the next level and the next space where I need to go. And I need to keep practicing, sharpening my skills. I need to go on LinkedIn Lives. I need to go, like Christy is real good at doing those free LinkedIn surveys, getting a part of the Happiness Tribe, the Workplace Wellness. I'm going to Marcia's Lives, putting it on your calendar, showing up, getting a part of this little One Work-Life Balance Summit 2350 network. Find that thing that is going to propel you to move forward and keep doing it and keep moving forward, and don't become stagnant. I don't have any other social media other than LinkedIn. I got on here as an opportunity where I was like, you know what? I'm working with kids and families. You know how the DMV is. There's resources out there. I have 2 feet, I have hands, and I have a mouth. Let me go out and connect with people. And the more you move around the DMV, the more you know everybody.
100%.
You run into everybody.
Yes.
And if you move, it doesn't matter from Baltimore down to
Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia. I was
Yes.
about to say. If you move around the DMV, you run into everybody. And if you move around LinkedIn, you run into them also. So I was running into people on LinkedIn. I was running into them from Baltimore down to Richmond, Virginia. And I was meeting people. And meeting people got me more resources than I can even imagine for the kids and families I got. And then I connected on LinkedIn because I was the person who was walking around with no picture. I wasn't posting. You see that I'm LinkedIn user on there. I was not doing none of that stuff. Tiara was like, and she was patient with me. She was like, you gotta do more. And I was like, okay.
I remember Jackie making a comment like that a long time ago, like at the beginning of the year or something like that, a long time ago. Like, you know, that you were not as active on LinkedIn before, but you were becoming active, I guess.
Or you're more
So-
private.
No, I wasn't active on LinkedIn at all until
Yeah.
2.5 years ago.
Yeah, I think
Oh, by the way,
she-
for anyone that's wondering what DMV means,
I was
that's
going to say that.
DC, Maryland,
Oh, you know what?
Virginia.
And let me just clarify that too, Felipe. Thank you, Felipe. You were in my head. So DMV, for everybody's information, is DC, Maryland, Virginia. But let me even break it down even further. Maryland, Virginia are outside of the Washington D.C. suburbs, which is probably like maybe a 50-mile radius of D.C. So Baltimore sometimes they don't consider as the M in Maryland. And Richmond is definitely not the V in Virginia. So people into their feelings. So that's what the DMV stands for. It's like inside the D.C.
It's not the Beltway.
Yeah,
Though. It's the Beltway. I feel like it's the
And
DMV.
yeah, a little bit further, maybe like Frederick, Maryland.
Yeah, that's true.
But further away. Back in the old days, Frederick, Maryland, and even West Virginia were called the sticks.
Yeah.
The sticks. So
And it
that's
looked
how
like
much.
the sticks too.
Yeah, back in the day. But that's a whole nother story. So DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So
Yeah.
that's
So, let's
Yes.
see,
It's like Southern
Yes.
Maryland, right?
yes,
And Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
That's
yes,
the DMV.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Go ahead.
do I have that right? Are you the only native DC person?
That would be correct. The 4th generation work. Yes. Let me clap it out for myself. Yes. Let me clap it out.
That's why I said
Yes.
in the beginning, she was really from DC.
Yes.
So
yes,
we
yes.
have our DC people.
Y'all see my foot? Yeah, don't y'all see this?
No, actually, I was born in DC, in George Washington
Oh,
Hospital.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
So
No,
I
no.
lived in Maryland, but
Oh,
I was
yeah,
really
okay,
born in
he's from
DC.
Yeah, okay, he's from DC too.
DC.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were from Spain.
So my grandparents are from Spain. My parents and my oldest siblings are from Cuba.
Oh.
And then my other brother and I were born here in the
Okay.
U.S. But yeah, I was born in
This
DC.
is why we bring LinkedIn to in person, guys.
You learn more, exactly. So I
Yeah.
definitely have the Hispanic heritage, the Cuban generation,
Yeah.
and I'm first generation U.S. with my brother. But my sisters and my brother are Cuban.
That's awesome.
So you know what I wanted to say too. So Felipe, like I said, it is funny about how we met each other. And thank you for my shirt. Thank you, she from DC. So because I talked to her, she's a vendor friend of mine. I said, she has
Sponsored by.
yes. Well, this is sponsored by She DC, but anyway, I just suggested that she do a genderless line.
Oh,
And this is this. So she said, well, since you thought about it, let me gift you a couple of shirts
That's
and stuff.
brilliant.
So this is, yeah, I said, because everybody, and then again, I've learned so much and given so much because this is really a gender inclusive, I say genderless now because it's not genderless society, but getting back to the DC area and LinkedIn. So I met Felipe on Tony McClellan's platform. She's in the UK.
Yep.
And Felipe kept saying, well, why don't you do your audio? I'm like, it's not happening. I said, I'm not doing it. So I have to give Felipe a shout out because he was very instrumental. Locke, Felipe, Tony, and Jeff Young and Jillian Whitley were instrumental to me getting started because Jeff said, well, somebody up somewhere around the world, just come on. You just can't come on. You know what? So I kept saying what time I wanted to do it. So I said, you know what? I said, Felipe is a good night. Monday is my educational night. I said, maybe just do it the opposite of Felipe's Monday. And I started it. Everybody has a purpose of why they started things. But I started my platform because my brother Michael died in 2019 and he had been suffering from depression. And he was extremely overweight, extremely obese. Well, he was obese. But you know what? He had been depressed for years and I knew that. But He never did say anything, but the day before he passed, he told my brother, "I'm impressed. I need help." And he was there not even 24 hours today. So I said, I want to be. That's why I'm always amplifying. That's why I'm always running my mouth. That's why I'm on everybody else's platform running my mouth. I'm very passionate about that, and I know that's all connected with your well-being. And if you're not raising your hand, if you're not speaking out, what else can you do? So I just tell people all the time, raise your hand. And there's very good people on this platform that's been on my platform, and they do things. And a lot of people do different wellness events. Just hop on, even if you don't want to talk. Just take it in. Just be on our platform. Just take it in. You don't have to always raise your hand to speak, because you'd be surprised if Damien and what they were saying, if it wasn't resonating, it wouldn't be on. If it wasn't resonating, we would not be on. Felipe's 5 would not be every week, because we love Felipe's 5, because Felipe's 5. Yeah, you know what? Felipe's 5 is teaching us a lot.
I did it when I was in college with my students.
Yeah, but Felipe's 5 is just giving everybody a pulse in the workplace. And, to everybody's point, I wish it was on in 2013, 2012, when I was going through some things in the workplace. And it was no link, there was no audio when we could like breathe and talk and get advice. And maybe it was meant to happen the way it happened. I would have met these fabulous people. So, but and again, it's here. Just take advantage. Felipe says no cost. I will do free. It's no cost. It only costs to listen. Just to listen and learn and absorb.
Your time. Which is
Yeah,
valuable,
that's
but
it,
like you said, it's not money.
Well, it's not financial time, but it's time to commit to listen, to commit to learn something, one thing new every day, so you can share it with others. So the 3 of us are proud to be in the DMV, because there are so many resources, especially in DC. Especially, people always reach out to me. Miss Marcia, what's happening? So I'm always, sending them links and posting and reposting and sending. It's so many things. And I found out last night through a program in DC, you can go to school, get your degree at no cost. I'm like, what? I was like, what? That's what I said. I was like, where I sign up? But I have taken different classes at UDC.
UDC.
I took Spanish in the workplace. And the only thing they cost me was 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Gotta be in DC resident. And you know what? And that's
How
what
many
I'm
DC
saying.
residents don't even know about that benefit?
Yeah.
Baby, I'm always.
Now
And
you
I was, how you take that class? I said, because I read. You know what? But what you don't do, you share. And this is what LinkedIn family is about. It's about sharing. Sharing is caring.
And if you're a forever learner, if you want to learn and grow, LinkedIn is, all these people which that's why I always give you credit for, is you learn so much. And I think that mindset of being a forever learner will benefit anyone. Teachers, I think, are naturally forever learners. My mother was a teacher for 50 years. I got it from her, I think. But when we can realize I'm never going to know it all and be okay with that and accept that and just realize what else can I learn? And if you have that mindset, it will benefit you so much. This has been so amazing.
So
Yes.
what is the biggest takeaway from LinkedIn that you have? Let's go around the room before we shut this down. Just have our private conversation.
Yes.
Because you should have been here.
That is very true. The biggest takeaway from LinkedIn, I've been on LinkedIn for 15 years, guys. I had an email or message or some sort of notification from LinkedIn letting me know that I have been a member for 15 years. I didn't know. So you're welcome, LinkedIn. It's a huge community, and it's how you use it and how you utilize it. But it's still, it's a tool, technology that is being used to connect people, and people are real. So I think we need to keep that in mind when we have our conversations on. Here's the camera. So we have multiple things that are going here, but I think it's good to keep in mind when you are on these platforms that behind the screen there are real people. If you're not talking to AI, but it's so much more important today and I think that's the really my favorite part of my profession is connecting people, right? It is good to know, as we are here today, that there are real people behind the scene and behind the screen with lives and feelings and so on and so on. So there is no LinkedIn platform without the actual people. you know, it just wouldn't exist. And I think that's my takeaway. It's like focus on people.
That's awesome.
There are real people behind the screens, and understand them. Try to see where your synergies are. Try to connect, and not everybody is everybody's cup. Okay, that is fine.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fine. You know, yeah, and it's okay. We all are different and unique in our own ways, and you know, I think speaking for myself, because I am. I was raised so multi-international and around a lot of different type of people. I have more of an understanding for different people. I feel like I think I can relate to multiple people in, while somebody else may not be able to do that because they, you know, I had friends. I had a good friend of mine who I lived in Kentucky once upon a time in Kentucky, and you know, it just blows her mind just to go from one area to another area, which is like from the, you know, from the east to the west, whatever. It just was a big deal to her, while, you know, other people do other things. But it's okay. That's just where their comfort zone is, and that's where they are. So, and it's not to minimize that. It's just to say that's their space. That's where they at, you know? I think it's good to try to understand each other, and it's okay if we don't. And if we, you know, if we're not in sync, we don't have these synergies. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
mine. Yeah, go ahead, Marcia.
Well, thank you, everybody. I was going to start out what Miss Grace was saying, because I did write that. I said respect differences. I said because this platform, if you want to be on your own movie, you need to be off. You need to be off LinkedIn. This is for us to learn, be enlightened. I always say ABL, always be learning. And like you said, if it's not your difference, your cup of tea, just get off. Like get off. The next stop is yours, because this is to educate, enlighten, inform us, network, and be a better version of ourselves. This is what I looked at LinkedIn as, and just meeting so many people from around the world. And like Grace, Felipe, and I have been in hospitality, so I've had the privilege of working with people from all over the world and getting to know culture. See, because I'm out the box, you get to learn and grow. Because, and it come to find out after all is said and done, we are more alike than different.
That is so true.
That's really it in a nutshell. But in me working around in every type of thing in my life, I've worked in DC, Maryland, Virginia, state government, local government, federal government, nonprofit, for-profit. I've been all over the place. So it's just been enlightening me just to be around different people and learn different things, and just expand my horizons, and just to become the actual foodie. Because you know what, just to be, like you said, learn different culture, different food, and I love different food. I love trying different stuff. And LinkedIn also gives you a chance to try different things and to learn on top of the box.
Yeah.
Because you're not even thinking about stuff until you get on the platform. Like Felipe, fine. Like, okay, Felipe. Oh, Damien's wishful wins. Oh, you know, wishful wins is you'd be surprised. And like, you know, like my mother always tells me, she's not even too, Felipe. She always tells me at least once a day, you don't know what people are going through. And when I get on that platform on Wishful Wednesday, I'm like, oh, this is deep. I don't have no problem. You know, no, seriously, because you think, I mean, your stuff is minute. At the end of the day, if you hear about, like you said, Felipe, people, you know, not making the bills because they're not working, and then all they're getting ghosted, and people are not really understanding. And you know what? People don't want to be around you. How do I know that? Because I've been there. But not as much as many people, because I know my friends know that I'm a hustler. Babe, I'm gonna have me a hustle, because I've always had a job and hustles. And that's why I have been able to sustain myself. Have a job, have a hustle, always be learning, be receptive. If you don't like how we rolling, don't come on. You have options. So that's it for me.
Like that. And shout out to Jackie Holberg, who's the architect
I was
of
about to
Wishful
say that.
Wednesday.
Yes, Jackie.
She's the brain trust of
Yes,
that.
Jackie.
Jackie.
Yeah. We love
I am
Jackie.
in the passenger seat of that one, and I am happy to have that. That was definitely one of my own favorite audio rooms. I don't even want anything to clash with. Kind of like you were talking about, I need to talk about it more. I don't want to talk about 2350 Network. I don't want to talk about work-life balance. I don't want to talk about none of that stuff in which they're all finding your purpose. I want to always try to keep those separate, because that's what
And
started it.
they do a good job of that.
And I think Jackie always pushes me. It's like, talk about it. And then she talks about it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to talk about it. But My takeaway biggest thing on LinkedIn is this. It is as creative and as expanding as your imagination. It goes as far as you would able to think. It isn't like when it first started in the beginning, because I know somebody created an account for me. I went in the room, looked at it, left it there. And years later, I ended up being on LinkedIn. And you can have posts that come up in your feed that so many things go around it: professional, personal, family. I did a audio room about pet care. You can have videos that come up. They're doing more things about videos. You can have audio rooms, live streams. You can look for a job. You can put a job posting out there. You can connect and build relationships with people. You can meet up with people who you wouldn't have met in years past just from a click of a button. Ann was here earlier. She's in Providence, Rhode Island. Who would have known if Grace didn't say, hey, let's put this together in like 6, 7, 8 days. Miss Kim is on here from Africa. You have so many people from different places on this particular space, and it's expensive for your imagination. Like Felipe talked about the Felipe 5. As soon as he said it, I knew it was going to go. He didn't think it was going to go, but I knew it was going to go. It just, and the fact that he put that out there is something that should be honored. On Marcia's room, which she does on Monday, it's on my calendar. I feel bad if I can't make it to it. And I try to my best to go there and make it. Just listen, because you're getting so much information and knowledge from different people. Same thing with the Happiness Tribe, Miss Kim, Grace. Grace does a lot of stuff around recruiting and conversations. And I remember when you did the Friday on audio room, you was talking about recruiting. You was like, well, I'm just going to do this thing, and I haven't done it in a while. I've been away, and you just did it. And it was like, I learned so much about recruiting, and people learn so much about jobs, and you need those environments and people. Me and Jackie are connected, and we're on LinkedIn, and like she's my LinkedIn partner, and she's in Muskegon, Michigan. I would have never in my life been connected with her.
Right? Yeah.
I connected with Dr. Farron on her parent Zoom event. Like, I was a parent trainer and teacher parent. I went to her room, and we built this connection where we're doing this 2350 network. We're doing a work-life balance. It is as far as your imagination goes. It expands in or out, and it's all up to you. So go get it. Be brave and meet new things. And if going to audio rooms is your thing, go to live. If lives aren't your thing, go to polls. If polls aren't your thing, read somebody's post. Most people don't connect with people because there's so much going on at work. They're uncomfortable. They're tap dancing. They're uncomfortable. But I appreciate anybody who reads any of my posts, who sees any of my information, regardless if you click, react or not. I know you're there, and I appreciate you. I don't literally know you're there. I know somebody's there. I appreciate you being there.
It's a little creepy. He's watching you.
All right, so that's my thing.
Well, so there's so many takeaways that are valuable, but what I'll say is that for me, it's been the relationships and the skills I've learned. There's no question that I would not have learned as much as I have about workplace wellness and mental health around Canva, creating designs, video editing. These are all skills that I gained because I learned more about LinkedIn. And learning from others, that's been such a huge thing. But the connections and the relationships, these 3 people right here, we live in the same city and we didn't know each other. But the people like Melissa Houston, who's in Seattle, Tuomo, who's in not Canary Islands, he's in
Polynesian.
And then you have people like Sumana, who's in Canada. So we have so many people that are outside of our local area that we never would have met, but even within your local area. And to me, it's just being able to have learned and grown and pass on that knowledge. Because the last thing I'll say that really is a huge takeaway is I've always wanted to be able to give back. Volunteering was something that's a great thing, but the reality is that I wasn't great at physically volunteering all the time, maybe like once or twice a year at certain events that I would do regularly. But it was something that the time, the commitment, the driving, the commute, LinkedIn gave many of us an opportunity to get back that made it not only convenient, but realistic. And we were able to do more because the time was not so cumbersome. And I think that's one of the things that if you really try to get back into others and share your knowledge, this is one of the best ways to be able to do it. And I don't care if people like or comment, if they're learning it and seeing it, that's the important thing. The views of people that don't comment and like, they're the ones who are like the learners. Great, as long as someone's learning, that's what drives most of us. So that's my biggest takeaway, and I hope we do this again soon.
Yeah.
I really do.
Hold on, what do you have going on?
Oh.
So we actually want people to go see you.
All right, so
hang out with you.
So if you want to hang out with us more, so what I have going on,
Yes.
let's see, tomorrow, 9:30, Nick, the Gifted Bipolar Writer, is going to be doing a audio room at 9:30 Eastern Time for all the co-authors in the LinkedIn Love Affair anthology. So that's going to be a great event tomorrow morning. Monday night at 8 p.m. is the Workplace Wellness Hour with Sumana Jetty and Ashley Llewellyn, and we'll be tackling the topic of neurodiversity in the workplace. And Nick, the Gifted Bipolar Writer, is going to be our guest speaker because she talks about how great her workplace is about accepting her full self, including the fact that she is bipolar. And the fact that we've normalized that conversation in the workplace is amazing. So more information to come about her. And then on Thursday, we have the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration with 7 amazing Latino LinkedIn leaders that are going to be sharing their stories. We welcome you all to share your stories and ask questions about cultures that you've been curious about. And then on Saturday, we have the Social Saturday Chat with the Social Saturday Chat crew. And then on Sunday, Melissa Houston and I are back with Careers Coaching and Chaos. So these next 7 days, I might look really tired at the end of it because I just realized how much I'm going. Oh, and the Workplace Wellness or the Work-Life Balance Summit is on October 4th and 5th. Friday and Saturday. So we have that. I'm speaking, I think, at 1:30 on Friday, but that's a 2-day event. If you have not signed up for that, check that out. So I think the only day I had to sleep is Tuesday. So, but thank you all. And David, what do you have coming up?
See, I told you this is way more busy than me, and I went 7 straight days. Tonight we have the professional work-life balance meet the presenters at the 2350 Effect. We have Lee Forrester, Dwight Thompson, Paulette Earl, and as always, Dr. Tanya Farron tonight. So we get the opportunity to talk to them, meet about the presenters, have conversations around fun stuff in life. Kind of like stuff like, do you prefer, if you got a ticket to the Grammys or Super Bowl, which one would you pick? And we also talk about stuff like if you can, who's kind of motivated and help your career. So that's what I'm doing tonight and also tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to my LinkedIn page and look at the event session, and we have Meet the Presenters. And I'm being prepared for that. And then on Tuesday, we do I Choose Me and Dr. Q, Nisba Kurishi. And we talk about trauma, family dynamics, relationship, and healing. And the conversation we'll talk about is from conflict to connection. And we're having a live event and conversation on that. And then last but not least, but very not least, we are doing the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit on Friday, 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Saturday, 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 26 presenters, 27 presenters, 26 different, no, it's actually 28 different activities. So you can get your ticket to the Personal Work-Life Balance Summit. Go on my page, you'll see it in the feature section. Get your job to pay for it. It's a great activity. And if you can't get your job to pay for it, we're doing like a pre, and you can come meet us at the summit in the beginning of it. So for more information and reach out. And definitely put those things on your calendar for what Felipe is doing. Those are great activities, great opportunities, and great chances to network with different people. And Marcia is doing amazing things. Make sure you put that Monday at 8 p.m. on your calendar for Felipe and Marcia, because they rotate different days. And reach out to Grace and Miss Kim for the Happiness Tribes, which takes place on 10 o'clock every Sunday a.m. So put these things on your calendar. Rotate them, keep them there, and if you can't make them, find out when the time you can make them. If you're on a run, you're on a treadmill, listen to these audio rooms, get these opportunities, network, click the button. Don't be a follower, don't click or follow them. Click connect with me, because I want to know you're there in my window. I don't want to know that you're hiding there. I want to connect with you and reach out to me. So that's what's going on with me.
And if you're not connected, we can't invite you, by the way. So just in case y'all didn't know that, if we're not connected to you, we can't invite you to our events. We can only invite first level connections.
Oh, that is true.
And Damien made a good point, everybody. So if you want to connect with me, just connect. And then don't random people don't be sliding stuff in my DM, because first thing I'm gonna do is see am I gonna connect. Because to me, just take a few minutes and say, even if we connect, thank you for allowing me to get to connect. Welcome. Please follow me. I'll follow you. Just be respectful of that, because everybody just don't want no sin. Don't I mean because I'm not interested in that.
Don't
Because
pitch
my
slap.
words.
Don't pitch slap.
No, you ain't slap because I know how to reach out. I had somebody send me a DM last week. It's your feelings were. I'm sorry, we're not even connected. I said I don't do random. I said just introduce yourself. That would have worked. So everybody just be mindful of that too. So,
And you can come to Wishful Wednesday if that's what you want to pitch slap. That's
oh
designed
yeah,
for
Wishful
that.
Wednesday.
That is designed for you to do that.
But don't pitch slap in a DM. Yeah.
And I'm gonna speak out for Damien. Wishful Wednesdays is the last Wednesday of the month, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
So if y'all want to show some love, just come on. And I'm talking about Savannah's mental health wellness event she's having on October 10th, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm gonna be one of the guests. So if you want to hop on, if your schedule permit, just hop on, learn, get some nuggets. It's gonna be excellent. Like, share the post. Thank you.
Nice. Shout out to Ashley as well.
Oh yeah, we love Ashley.
Wow.
Sure.
So I'm gonna send it over to Miss Kim first. I think we skipped you earlier because you had some technical issue. We didn't forget about you, but I saw you were frozen. I think you are back now. If you wanna say hi, and then I don't know if you can see some of the comments. I don't see them on here. I do see Angelica. So hi Angelica, good to have you. It's actually not my phone, so I am. I don't. I just realized that. But either way, Miss Kim,
You
I'm
can come.
gonna
It's
send,
fine. You can come on.
I'm,
there.
I'm
Come
gonna,
on.
I'm gonna send it over to you. Can you hear us? Are you with us now, Miss Kim?
Yes, yes,
There you go.
yes, I'm back. Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and tell us what you got going on, and then we can start wrapping up. And then if you can just read a couple of those or a few of those comments on there. David, do you have them in front of you?
Yeah, Merle says congratulations to you on your 15 years being on LinkedIn.
Thank you.
A farmer says, I love this. Would love to learn more. I can't pronounce his first name. Victor. He says, how you doing? Connect and wish people goodness. And Lark says hello.
All right.
Hello.
Lark is part of the Social Saturday. So, all right, guys, so good to have you here with us. I know there are a few others that just messaged me. It's good to have you as well. And I'm going to send it back to Botswana.
I think
It's Kim, Botswana.
It says another true bomb.
Thank you.
To learn a lot.
Thank you for inviting me virtually. Of course, I'm feeling a little bit like an adopted child. Alicia's in the room. Yes.
Our
But
adopted
it's been
child.
super. It's super awesome that I'm actually hoping that when you engage and have your conversation, you will discuss among many other things you're talking about. If we could be able to do this, it can be quarterly, it can be once a month, once in 2 months, something. But I think it's super awesome. I mean, we all still on LinkedIn because we have lived from it. We've benefited immensely in so many different ways, be it financial, getting lifelong friends, constantly learning. So this will be nice because we also need to encourage many other people to do the same. There are so many beautiful comments, and I would encourage the audience to keep on commenting. We have Jackie Halberg, who has really been engaging on our platforms. We have Chiesa, who has also been sending a lot of beautiful sentiments and messages. I'm so sure if you go on it, you can be able to read them. You'll be able to see some of them. And also remember, we've been streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So please carry on and make sure that you engage. please make sure you can engage with this awesome group of people who are recruiters. People are struggling to get jobs, and sometimes it's just putting your CV right. It's just getting to know how to network, how to connect, and it's quite impressive to see the amount of work that you've all been doing. And I didn't know we have so many awesome audio rooms. I can't wait to be in the Wishful Wednesday. And so many other rooms. Keep doing the good work. Let's get into the business of building people, helping people, and of course, more collaborations, more engagements. Thank you. And I think it's goodbye for the adopted child.
Woo!
Right?
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Just what?
Is hosting tomorrow the AI broadcast on for Happiness Tribe at 10 a.m. Eastern Time Zone, and she has some remarkable guests actually that she has invited and brought on that have real knowledge on the continent's development in regards to AI. And we look forward to also seeing what other people are doing in different nations on that side. I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up now. Guys, this has been fantastic. I want to just say a true heartfelt thank you for the people, first and foremost, who are here with us today. They had to drive to come here, leave their home and their comfort. So thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Damon. And thank you, Felipe. Thank you so much. Oh, Ann!
Forget about
Ann! We love you, Ann. Thank you
And thank
so
you,
much.
Grace and Ms. Kim, for putting us together.
together. So thank y'all both.
Yes. Thank you for Kim. And yeah, definitely thank you so much. And who came all the way from Rhode Island, not Connecticut. I keep on saying Connecticut. So, and another special thank you to Damon, because since I got here to DC, Damon has just really been hands-on helping me out with this. I was a little bit nervous about doing this first, but thank you so much for extending that hand and the kindness. Again, if you are not connected with any of these people, this is the time. You are too late, so get on it.
Yeah, pretty much. You're lost.
Hey, left up station.
So jump on while you still can, because these folks are rising high, and you want to be in their circle. So for me, I love connecting people. I really truly do, and there is something beautiful about getting to know people and having just this moments of connection and and just genuine interactions. So, and if there is a need that we can cover and help each other and support each other and collaborate with each other, on top of that, that is just the icing, the cherry on the cake, right? I was getting lost in my analogies there. So, folks, continue doing that. If you want, as I am so excited, guys, I will try to do one in Charlotte soon. So if you are in Charlotte, let me know. And the goal is also, I'm going to ask my folks here in DC to meet up in a group and join us. So if you are in Charlotte, get ready. I'm going to announce the date. And if you are in Dallas, we're going to have hopefully a big crowd in Dallas. So Dallas, if you are in Dallas, I just found out somebody who was in Plano. She posted the other day, and I didn't realize she was in Plano. I was so shocked. I was like, what? We were neighbors, and I didn't even know. So that is, that is happening. So if you are in Dallas, stay tuned, stay connected, and I'm looking forward to coming there. And we're going to have our DC people with us, okay? I'm going to drag them with us. They're going to be in group all together. So I look forward to this. And again, I am a career consultant as well as a recruiter. Sometimes, Felipe, when you go through these resumes, it's hard to be on every room. So right now I don't have the manpower that I need, so a lot of it is still on my shoulders. So I cannot make it to every of these events, and sometimes I'll pop in and something happens and I have to pop back out. So it's not that I'm leaving because of anything else. It's really interruption. Most of these rooms, if I click on it, it's because I want to be in there. So shout out to all of you who are doing all this amazing work out there, and I myself am learning a lot from each one of you, and continue to do so as well. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Again, thank you for being with us today. If you want to connect with me, if you need any help with your jobs journey, or if you need any help staffing, go ahead and connect with me on that side as well. Thank you all. Thank you, Ms. Kim. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Felipe again, Damon, and Marcia. Thank you all for being with us online. I appreciate you all over wherever you are. And we will do this again soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Okay.
Goodbye. So I can end the room now, right?
Yes, please.
Bye. Yeah.
Got your